Well, Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat
everyone.
Shalom.
Shabbat
Hello,
Shalom,
Rabbi.
Cantor, Rudy. Here we are. Welcome to Congregation Ner Tamid, our little minyan, and far beyond welcomes everyone to our Shabbat evening service. We have come to the end of this week, and it has been a wet one. Hoping everyone is dry and warm and able to breathe in the peace that Shabbat promises. Let's begin with a brief meditation. Source of all creation, you have given us the blessing of work, so that by our efforts we may fashion things of use and moments of helpfulness. You have also given us the Shabbat for self-renewal and sanctification. May the work of our hands and minds be acceptable to you. May this Shabbat enrich our lives, drawing us closer to you and to one another, in truth and in love. Amen.
Amen.
Friends, tonight we are going to have some extra melodies from Debbie Friedman of blessed memory. Debbie's 12th yahrzeit was in these last couple of days, and her melodies are as ever present in Jewish worship services as some melodies from Sinai. Some of them I think are even confused with melodies from Sinai, but
It can be.
the one and only Debbie Friedman gave us so many beautiful melodies. We'll do a couple tonight that we don't normally do, and several old favorites. But to begin and to make our way into our candle lighting, I'm going to offer Debbie's "O Hear My Prayer," the refrain of which is, "Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen." If you know it, try it with us. Otherwise, just let it wash over you. Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let's do it again. Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us light. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. So indeed, let us light our lights And if you have your candles nearby, go ahead and fire them up. Otherwise, please feel free to share our candles. And we draw in the warmth of Shabbat, and we sing together. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav, Vetzivanu lehadlik ner, Vetzivanu lehadlik ner, Vetzivanu lehadlik ner, Shel Shabbat. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Now, important to note also that obviously, if you're here with us, you have power, but not everybody does. So we are missing a couple of friends tonight to whom I spoke earlier. They send their apologies. They are without power, but we were saying to one another that if you have candles and you are reasonably comfortable and inside, this might be one of the more peaceful Shabbats that people have experienced in a long time. So if the candles are the only light to enjoy, it actually sounds pretty darn good. I think we could all use an unplugged Shabbat every now and then, but just praying that everyone's safe. And by the way, our beloved Ner Tamid is one of the places without power. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, but in the meantime, page 24. Oh, let's bring Lehuna Ranana to the screen. We need that. Okay. Here comes Psalm 95. Please sing with us. Lehuna Ranana, Lehuna Ranana, Lehuna Ranana, Adonai. Lehuna Ranana, Lehuna Ranana, Lehuna Ranana, Adonai. Nadia, Nadia, Letzuri Shenu, Lekadma Fanav Betoda. Nadia, Nadia, Letzuri Shenu, Bismirat Nadia Lo. Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Adonai. Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena. Let's march on to page 26 for the Yismechu Hashamayim. That is sort of our alternate choice for singing from Psalm 96. Let's sing it out together as we say, let the heavens be glad and the earth rejoice. Or vice versa. Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiramayam, 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 Umaro. Yiramayam, 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 Umaro. Yiramayam, 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 Umaro. Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam.
ישמחו השמיים,
השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ.
That gets the blood flowing. Let's go on to Or Zarua La Tzaddik from Psalm 97. Everyone knows this one, and in case you don't, just yalalai and clap along. 3 and.
Or Zarua La Tzaddik, Uli Shelef Simcha. Or Zarua La Tzaddik, Uli Shelef Simcha. Or Zarua La Tzaddik, Uli Shelef Simcha. Uli Shelef Simcha. Or Zarua La Tzaddik, Uli Shelef Simcha. Uli Shelef Simcha. Or Zarua La Tzaddik, Uli Shelef Simcha. Or Zarua La Tzaddik, Uli Shelef Simcha.
From Psalm 98, we are going to continue to Zamru Ladonai Bechinor. This beautiful melody by our friend Rabbi Moshe Rothblum in Los Angeles. And you will find the words, all of the words, on page 30 in your Likrat Shabbat. But please do sing along with us. Hum along. Any note that you're singing is correct. Just glad that you're here.
Zamru Ladonai Bechinor, Bechinor v'kol zimran, b'chatzotzot v'kol shofar, karim lifnei hamelech Adonai, yiram hayam umlo, tevel v'yosheva. תבל בצדק ועמים במישרים ירם הים ומלואו תבל ויושבה נהרות תמחה ויחד הרים ירננו.
Continue on to Psalm 99. Please join us for Romemu by my friend Craig Taubman. Another melody that sounds like it's from Sinai but is just a few years old.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu be'ar kadsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu be'ar kadsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu be'ar kadsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu be'ar kadsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai
Let's continue to Psalm 29. This one we like to do all the way through, so go ahead, please, and join us for any and all of it.
Havul Adonai b'nei Eli.
Havul Adonai kavod vaz.
Havul Adonai kevod shemo.
Ishtachavu Adonai behadrat kodesh.
Kol Adonai al hamayim.
El hakavod hirim Adonai
al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach.
Kol Adonai behadar.
Kol Adonai shover alarim.
Vayishaber Adonai et arzei halvanon.
Vayarkirem kemo egel.
Levanon vesiryon kemo venerehim.
Kol Adonai chotef lavotei.
Kol Adonai yachil midabar.
Yachil Adonai mi barakadei.
Kol Adonai yacholel ayalot.
Vayechesof ye'arot.
Uvheichalo kulo omer kavod.
Uvheichalo kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav.
Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam.
Adonai oz lehamo yitein.
Adonai yevarech et amo vashalom. Let us welcome now the Shabbat bride, having made our way through representations of the traditional Shabbat Psalms. We are going to welcome her. This is a mystical tradition that is beloved around all of the Jewish world, in almost every corner where Jews are gathering to welcome Shabbat and pray for peace. They are inviting the spirit, the essence of the Shabbat bride, to sit with them and keep them company. We call this melody affectionately Nigun Pablo, an extra prayer for Pablo that his back should feel better. Here we go. Page 40, by the way. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'ribur echad yishme'anu el yuchad v'nai echad ושמו אחד, ושימו תפארת וליתינה, ואחד דודי לקראת כלה, והנה שבת נקבלה. לאחד דודי לקראת כלה, והנה שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכבודך, כי מקור בראש מכם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. ואחד דודי לקראת כלה, והנה שבת נקבלה. אחד דודי לקראת כלה, והנה שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי ואורק ומיורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברים, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לאחד דודי לקראת כלה, והנה שבת נקבלה. לאחד דודי לקראת כלה, והנה שבת We welcome officially the Shabbat bride, verse 9. Boi v'shalom, ateret balam, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני
עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בעיני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בעיני שבת נקבלה. יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה.
Welcome, Shabbat Malkai. I hope we've made you feel welcome. We are going to turn to our Psalm 92, our special psalm for Shabbat. This one we do in English. Please feel free to read any or all of it along with us. It is good to thank you, O Eternal One, to sing praises to your name.
To proclaim your love every morning and your faithfulness every night.
To the sound of the 10-string lyre with the music of the lute and harp.
Your works, O Lord, bring me gladness of your deeds. I joyously sing.
How great are your deeds, O Adonai! How profound are your designs!
The superficial cannot comprehend. The foolish cannot grasp this.
Though the wicked may thrive like grass, and doers of evil seem to flourish,
Yet their doom is sure to come, for yours is the ultimate triumph.
those who oppose you shall be destroyed. Workers of evil are sure to be routed.
You have given me extraordinary power. I am like one who has been anointed.
I see the defeat of my foes. I hear the doom of my enemies.
The good will grow strong like the palm tree. They will thrive like the cedar of Lebanon.
Planted in the house of Adonai, they will flourish in the courts of our God.
They will yield fruit even in old age. They will remain vital and vigorous.
Proclaiming that the Eternal is just, my rock in whom there is no unrighteousness. Continue with Psalm 93, page 46.
Adonai malageu lavesh lavesh Adonai hozit hazar atikon tevel batimot nachon kisacha meoz be'olamat nasu neharot Adonai nasu neharot kolam Yisu neharot adohiam Mikolot mayim rabim adirim ibeream adir bamarom Adonai Erotecha nehemnu meod leve'anava kodesh Adonai me'orech
As we bring our Kabbalat Shabbat Psalms to a close, We begin our formal evening service with the Baruch Hu. This is the call to worship and, even more importantly, the response. Baruch Hu, if you're comfortable, we invite you to please rise, but certainly in spirit. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la.
Adonai HaMevoda.
Aruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. We're going to enter into the first formal themed prayer of the evening. That's the Ma'ariv Aravim, the prayer that gives such deep and profound thanks for the created universe in which we find our home. Let's read together in the Hebrew the Ma'ariv Aravim on your screens. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kiritzono, boreyom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, Mavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo.
El chai v'kayam tamidim lo aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim.
We'll continue tonight with our Ahavat Olam. This is a melody by Debbie Friedman of blessed memory, and we're going to give it our very best shot.
We are.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amecha Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Akein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokmeinu, ufkumeinu nasiach b'chukecha, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה. ואהבתך תעשי Continue with our Shema, page 72. I invite you to cover your eyes and open your hearts to receive the watchword of the Jewish faith.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha, ubechol nafshecha, ubechol meodecha, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Continue silently for a moment. That second paragraph of the Shema, we remind ourselves how crucial it is to have the right amount of rainfall and how much we are dependent on nature working properly for us. And then we remind ourselves that we have to be part of the proper workings of the universe. And in the third paragraph of the Shema, we are reminded of how important it is to walk a good and upright path. And we finish that paragraph by saying, "Thus will you be reminded to fulfill all my mitzvot and be holy for your God. I am the eternal your God. I brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I, the eternal, am your God." As we seek for that elusive truth, we're on page 86, and we offer this melody, another by Rabbi Rudy. It's the Emet ve'emunah. It is true and certain. One thing that we aver, that there is one God for the Jewish people, one God alone. Emet ve'emunah, emet ve'emunah, emet ve'emunah kozot, ve'kayam aleinu, emet ve'emunah kozot, ki Adonai Eloheinu ve'in zulato v'anachnu Yisrael amo. Emet ve'emunah, emet ve'emunah, emet ve'emunah kozot, ve'kayam aleinu, emet ve'emunah kozot. In the middle of page 86, Debbie's melody for the Song of the Sea. It is one of those melodies that we think is older than it is, but it just grabbed on so quickly that it became instantly traditional. Please sing with us this joyous Song of the Sea. This song of redemption, we also remind ourselves, it seems more so with each passing week, how crucial it is to have a secure shelter as these storms continue to ravage our poor, beautiful state and blow across the south. As we deal with so many problems on this beautiful earth of ours, far too many do not have a safe place to lay their heads. Let us give thanks for the blessings that are ours, and as always, make a promise, any promise, and follow through with it to ease the burden of another fellow traveler on this earth in whatever way we can. Debbie Sashkivenu. Ushmor tzedenu
Ashkivenu Adonai, Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amiteinu malkeinu lechaim, uferos aleinu, sukat shalomecha.
And our prayers for shelter, of course, lead naturally into our prayers for healing. Debbie's Mishaberach is known around the world. So beloved. She was one for whom we prayed for years for health and well-being. It ultimately was not to be. She was never restored to good health, but she never stopped performing, never stopped creating, never stopped praying, and never stopped inspiring. Debbie, thank you for this and so many other melodies. As we offer our prayer for healing tonight for Michal Shmuel ben Yehuda Hirsch V'Yafalea, for Yehudit and Audrey, for Eva Reininger, Ellen Isaac, Bina Mitchell, and Mara Shalub, Huget Mashbitz, Moshe ben Tevya, Shmuel Pinchas ben Meir Herschel, Nechama Rivka bat Pereega, Eidla Davida bat Nechama Rivka, for Pablo Libedinsky, for Sharon Blevis, Sally Lagerquist, Danielle ben Chana, Jonathan ben Bere, Marvin Pfeffer, Pam Kane, Rabbi Steve Robbins, Rabbi Pinchas Lipner, Rabbi Craig Wyckoff, Rabbi Tzimchenia bat Bracha Devora Leah, Ellen Henry, Anna Elizabeth Henry, Yulia Berger, Esther bat Yaakov, John Strain, Miriam bat Leah, Yehoshua ben Devora, Elisheva bat Avraham Vesara, Romy, Shira and Joel Marmot, Emily Blau, Paul Whelan, Jamie Raskin, Damar Hamlin, President Zelensky and the people of Ukraine, for Mother Earth and all her creatures, great and small. And please feel free to enter into the chat any names to be said again or any additional names for Mishaberach, for the Cholim on this Shabbat evening. We sing together. May it be the divine will and ours as well. Continue with Vishamru, Debbie's beautiful melody that celebrates the eternal covenant of Shabbat. Let's see.
Vishamru Yisrael et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam, Berit Olam, Beini uvein Bnei Yisrael Odi.
Yahtzee Kaddish, page 108.
יתגדל ויקרא שמי רבה,
אמן.
ואלמד יברקרתי וימליך מלכותי, בחייך וביומך וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו
Amen.
יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם עולם מעלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי קודשה לילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמידן בעלמה ואמרו
I invite you to please take a couple of minutes for silent reflection and prayers, and we'll meet back together in a couple of minutes to say a prayer for peace.
ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו והכל והכל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו והכל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו והכל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו והכל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
There was little to be compared to watching Debbie get an entire arena singing that Oseh Shalom. Oh my gosh. And everything else that she brought to our
We'll work
world.
on that.
Let's continue with page 124, Vayechulu.
ויחולו השמיים בארץ, ויחולו השמיים בארץ, וכל צבאם. ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מיכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ילדי 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 ויברך ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו. כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ילדי ילדי ילדי
Kaddish Shalem, page 134.
יקרא וגרש מרבה, ולמרי ורקירו תביא המלך מלכותי בחי חונה ויומכונה וחי לכל בית ישראל בהגלה בזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם עולם ועלמיה יתברך. יברך ויתשבח ויבחר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה ברכו לעילה מכל ברכתה ואשיר הדת שושבקתה ונכה ולדה מירן בעלמה ויאמרו אמן. תתקבל תלונה דכו אצל הקודם והודי וישמעיה ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרבה משמע יבחרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו Amen.
We'll turn to our Kiddush, our prayer for wine, page 142.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho me'ahavahu v'ratzon inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh זכר ליציאת מצרים כי באנו בחרתה ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן.
L'chaim. L'chaim tovim u'l'shalom, for goodness, for life, and for blessing.
Amen.
A toast I learned from our friend Ira, who is without electricity this evening, but wishing Shabbat Shalom to everybody. dear Ira and dear all of our friends. Okay, let us continue, please, with a little Aleinu. We go to our concluding blessings, page 166.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגוד עלינו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שעונות השמיים ויסד הארץ, ומשה וגרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, הם את מלכנו וזולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וירד היום והשבותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא אלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Kaddish Yatom will come to the screen in a moment. At this time, we remember those dear ones who have left this world in body but never in spirit, and whose memories live in the hearts of all who loved them. We are remembering this Shabbat and in the days to come, Minnie Fox, beloved mother of Regina Blum, Ida Stam, beloved grandmother of Aaron Strauss, Saul Miller, beloved father-in-law of Ronnie Miller. We are also giving our condolences today to the family of Morris Feibush. Morris passed away unexpectedly December 30th. He was the father of Mott and Helen Francis, and Morris is also predeceased by his father, Simon Feibush, whom we are remembering this week as well. May the Feibush family be comforted, and may Morris's memory be a blessing. We are remembering also those who are mourning their loved ones, Barbara Myers, Esther Menashe, Hilda Nam, Hilda Owens, and Edith Balanoff. We remember the yard sites in these days to come of Donald Brower, Etty Lom, Isadora Goldstein, Rachel Goldstein, Gussie Lewis, Rose Tauber, Bella Eisen, Sophie Klang, Sam Agid, Frank Katz, Harry Bressler, Benjamin Schlacker, Sarah Frank, Simon Feibush, Henry Zeiss, Adam Berry, Caroline Crow, Jacob Sokolov, Pauline Taub, Samuel Brody, and Hai Agid. Many people are also feeling the loss of Lisa Marie Presley and Jeff Beck, many others known far and wide, and so many whose names we will never know. The loved ones who were lost in these storms, those who have passed away from COVID this week, and in conflicts around the world, may all who mourn be comforted. If there is anyone I have forgotten, any names you would like to add, please do so in the chat as we hold you and your dear ones in our hearts. The Mourner's Kaddish we offer together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbi,
Amen.
Be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'halal, shemei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran ve'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama Rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru.
Amen.
Zichronam livracha. We turn to some celebrations. Most especially, we are wishing happy birthday to our beloved Mira Shelub. Darling Mira is 101 years old today. Such an extraordinary life Mira has led. Our hearts and prayers are with her and her beloved family. Happy birthday, Mira. God bless you. We love you and miss you. I'd also like to wish a happy birthday to Cantor Andes and my very good friend, Johnny Saravalo. Johnny is one of our dearest friends, and he is one of our guitar teachers. And one of John's most important messages, he always tells us, just keep playing. No matter what happens, keep playing, which certainly explains a lot of my guitar playing a lot of the time.
It works.
So
It's good.
happy birthday, dear John.
Wow.
We have other birthdays coming up as the month goes on, and good things, please God, to which to look forward. One of them is tomorrow morning. Very important. Much as we would have loved to be in person tomorrow, we have had quite a number of power outages in the Sunset District. And at last note, Ner Tamid was without power. So rather than take a chance, we are simply going to meet tomorrow on YouTube, just like this. Technology is extraordinary.
Exactly.
So you may see us back tomorrow morning. We'd love you to join us on YouTube at 9:30. Rabbi Reuben will be joining us. We are starting the book of Exodus, the never gets old story of the Jewish people and the birth of Moses. Moses being selected to be a leader. He's not so thrilled about it. So many extraordinary stories just at the beginning of Exodus. Please, won't you join us tomorrow morning? We'd love to have you at 9:30. Tomorrow evening at 6 p.m., we will say a melodic and beautiful farewell to Shabbat using the Havdalah melody of, you guessed it, Debbie Friedman. That melody really is sung around the world. God bless Debbie.
Sure is.
We will start with our ceremony to say farewell to Shabbat, and then our soul-enhancing practice called Musar. It's transformative. If you've not tried Musar before, zoom in tomorrow with us. We are going to be talking about courage. You don't need the book that's referenced in the publicity. It's a great book, the Musar Torah Commentary. If you can get it and would like to read it, great, but you don't need that to come to class. It's a discussion session and there's no tests. It's just spiritual yoga is what I call Musar. Please join us as we talk about courage. In the days to come, we have Torah study at Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, and we are looking at the Haftarahs, the prophetic reading that go with each week's Torah portion. Next Friday evening, please God, for the first time in 3 years, we will have a live from the synagogue Shabbat service with our friend Achi Ben Shalom. Everyone is welcome at the service, which begins at 6. It will also be on YouTube. Afterwards is our Shabbat dinner, also the first one in 3 years. It is sold out. We have a waiting list. You can still be added to the waiting list. We'll see how it goes. It'll be, please God, wonderful. And we'll look down the calendar road to see, hopefully we'll do it again. But let's do it the first time.
That's right.
So that is next Friday evening. Thank you to everyone who has signed up and to everyone who is putting that dinner together, most especially Beverly and Charlotte. Thank you so much for everything. So many other good things coming up and happening. I can barely keep track of them myself. Next Sunday, however, one more thing I'd like to include. Our beloved Alberta Mishki will lead us in a new iteration of what we call Overlooked Beauty. That's next Sunday morning, January 22nd at 10:30. We'll be looking at the role that color plays in our lives. That's part 1 of 2. Second part will be 2 weeks later. We'll repeat all of this next time as it's appropriate. If you've forgotten anything, check out our website. And really, most importantly, friends, this doesn't fall out of the sky. Right. If you're able, at minimum, to please give our service a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, our little Ner Tamid channel, and if you are able to give any contribution, no amount is too small. We are so grateful for your support. It's the way we're able to continue our sacred work together. You've all been so wonderful, and we hope that as this new year begins, you'll be able to make a contribution. Truly, we are beyond grateful. Yes. So, with that, I'm going to just put up my little public service announcement for that so that we don't forget. And as we go to our closing prayer tonight, we are going to do another Debbie Friedman melody. This is Debbie's, one of many actually, of her lullabies. She wrote this inspired by the description of the archangels, imagining them on all sides, and over all of it, the beautiful presence of the Shekhinah, the indwelling presence of God. This is Debbie's angel blessing, and afterwards we'll bid everyone Shabbat Shalom. May our right hand bring us closer to our godliness. May our left hand give us strength to face each day. And before us may our visions light our paths ahead. And behind us may well-being heal our way. All around us is Shekhinah. 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 Michael, umismali Gabriel, umilefanai Uriel, umeakarai Raphael, ve'al rushi Shekhinah, ve'al rushi Shekhinah, ve'al rushi Shekhinah, ve'al rushi Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please stay well, safe, and dry. God willing, we'll see you soon.